And the stupid just keeps on rolling. So earlier this month, I would say, Jeremy Jahns reviewed a movie called Am I a Racist? It was a Matt Walsh mockumentary, documentary, whatever the hell it's called. And it's on the Daily Wire. And I've only seen like 3 Daily Wire movies. There was that one school shooter one that was cringe as fuck. And then there was that one with Gina Carano that was boring as shit. I think it only made like $800 the box office. Because of course it did. And then that one Lady Ballers, which was calling itself a triggering comedy, and it's bringing back the comedy of the 2000s. First of all, like calling yourself, if you're calling yourself triggering, you're already announcing you're gonna be pretty try hard or lame with your jokes. You're gonna tell the same old fucking jokes that Mr. Bertram told, and the same old jokes that the new Norm told. It's the same shit. Like, you guys are not bringing back comedy. You're making this. You're just making it lame and repetitive. And secondly, fucking the comedy of the 2000s. Like, oh yeah, like Juwanna Man, because everyone liked Juwanna Man. No one hated that fucking movie. It's like, get the fuck out of here. So this one is another Daily Wire movie that he watched and reviewed, and well, it's only one. He did the other one he did was The Sound of Freedom, which I guess pissed people off. Also, I guess you're not. It's always not. It's not that he's not allowed to review him. It's that he didn't do research. He's no what. Everyone's got to research every single minute fucking detail of a movie. You go in. Some people go into movies blind. Yes, lots of people do that. I don't know why this is such a shocking thing. And it's not. I know for some people, some of these people, it's not so much that he reviewed it; it's that he gave it a good review. So I guess so. It was fine. They always say it's fine that he reviewed it. It's like, yeah, but he gave it a positive review, and that's what pissed you guys off, rather than just saying negative things you wanted to hear. He didn't say what you wanted to hear, so now there's a problem. It was whatever. Um, but this one review caused a huge shitstorm of pretentious bullshit on the internet, mainly on Twitter, because of course it was Twitter. And a lot of these pretentious movies. There was one I saw that was really funny, where it's like we spent hours on our video essays, and we put so much work into these, and we're being compared to Jeremy Jahns. We use all the words in on our thesaurus, and we talked about themes, and we talked about subtext, and we made comparisons to other films, and dig deep into the recesses of the mind of the director just to be compared to Jeremy. By the way, it's probably the videos they talk about probably some of the most equally pretentious shit ever. Like, let's talk about the subtext of the meta narrative of the commentary about race relations within the movie Shark Tale. Like, what? You're like, okay, I gotta go. You're fucking insane. But yeah, that's just how it is. They just people sticking their nose up like, I'm a critic. I deep dive into the layers and themes. You do not. It's like, whatever, man. You're not that important. Trust me. Trust me. You really are not that important even in your own life. In your regular real life, you're not that important. So let's just get over that. But it's brought on the shitstorm, and look. First of all, I don't care. I'm not watching this fucking movie. I'm not gonna get up and go see this movie. I'm not even gonna go download it for free. I don't care. I'm not looking at this shit. He gave his take on it, and he watched it. He gave his take. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But it caused this shit so much. I say for some reason, but I think I know the reason why. Because a lot of people have been saying, I see a lot of folks on Twitter going, I've been having these bad vibes from him for a while now. Is this been bad vibes from him? And then you look deeper into what they mean, and then find out they're complaining that he didn't like The Last Jedi or The Acolyte. And I'm like, oh, here it is. That's why we're bitching about this. Because he didn't like and I'm thinking like, oh, so if he did like The Acolyte and The Last Jedi, the videos you keep spamming of him in blackface would have been quietly buried from the internet. But he didn't, so now we gotta bring it up just because we're mad that he didn't like the thing we liked. I've said before, We like it, so there's no reason for you not to.
But there's something particular about fans of this film, where they can't just enjoy the movie, they need everyone else to validate their own perspective. It is not enough for them to have an experience with a piece of art, they need everyone else to have the exact same experience to coddle their insecurities. Don't listen to the critics, their perspective doesn't mean anything at all, and you can tell how much I believe that by how much I have to say it. Help, Daddy, there's other people having a different experience with a piece of art than I did. They're saying the movie isn't great. They're saying that they didn't personally connect with the film and I've attached my entire identity to it. That means I'm bad. Can we all just seriously stop and think about what might have gotten us to this situation? I must protect my brand. My brand.
I've said this before. Now I'll say it again here. These Star Wars fanboys are very close to becoming the MCU fan base. And both fan bases, the MCU and Star Wars fanboys, they are close to becoming the Snyder cultists. And he'll be sitting here and be like, oh, well, we never threaten people or harass critics or harass this person, that person, the next person, and this and that. And it's like, yeah, they didn't. The Snyder cultists didn't do that either for a while until they ended up doing it. and now we realize, oh, they're a problem. And so the only difference between the MCU fanboys and Star Wars fanboys and the Snyder cultists is that the Snyder cultists are pretty fucking crazy as is, and it took them way quicker to get to that point. It's only going to take a matter of time for the Star Wars fanboys to do the same shit and start harassing critics for not liking it. It's only a matter of time. We already had the MCU fanboys harassing a critic for not liking an episode of Loki, and IGN buckled under the pressure of these idiots who just are mad that they're not hearing the review they want to hear. It's like, why do you need to hear it that it's good? You already like this shit any goddamn way. You were gonna like it no matter what. Why do you need to hear that it's good from someone else? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like these Star Wars fans are just, it's like, and there was a time before the Acolyte even came out, there was a guy who just mentioned that this lightsaber hilts are thicker than the ones in the Phantom Menace. Just made a random inquiry. And this guy you got one person like, see, these people complain about anything, okay? They complain about anything. And everyone's like, he just made an observation. And he's like, no, he knows what he's doing. He's like, yeah, he's making a fucking observation. That's what he's doing. Like, even one of the top Star Wars fan guys, I don't want to say fanboys, I don't know if he's a fanboy, but well, let's say he's one of the more known Star Wars fans. It's like, oh, these guys are overly sensitive. This fan base is getting overly sensitive. Like, did you just started noticing this? This has been like this for years now. This has been like this for a long time. This isn't new. You know, I'm not trying to get in the guy's ass about it, but I'm just saying, bro, it's been like this for a while. I don't know what you've been, where you've been the last few years, but it's always been like this. Someone makes a mild, not even criticism, observation, and that's it. This guy hates Star Wars now. It's like, what? But the fact that any of this stuff with Jeremy Jahns stems from that is fucking insane to me. Like, wow, we're at the point now where I am aware of the Jeremy Jahns blackface.
Suck my blade, motherfucker.
Vampires are cooler than fuzzy dogs.
Blade.
And that was like 15 fucking years ago, and I'm not gonna hold him to that now because he clearly hasn't done shit like that since then. So I mean, it clearly has changed. And his content hasn't changed. It's like, yeah, but he has clearly changed as a person. You tell by the way he talks and the way he acts, how different he is compared to, like, if you look at Jeremy Jahns from his first video, which I think was Revenge of the Fallen, to like now, it's like two completely different people. The other one looked like half dead and had dark circles under his eyes. He looked like something from a fucking Tim Burton movie when he first started, and now he looks healthier. I swear to God, like, what happened to you in the last 15 years, man? But I'm not saying that what he did was okay. It was a very stupid thing to do. I'm not gonna deny that at all. But then also don't bring this up and like, see, he did blackface. This is why we reject Jahns and Bryce Stuckman. You know, you can't say that when Stuckman has videos like this floating around.
To describe my experience of seeing this film, I thought I'd use some of my rip-rap skills. Because for me to just say I saw the last song, that's about as gay as a dude in a thong. So I'm gonna do this in an entertaining way to reduce the fact that you think I'm gay. Greg Kinnear is a brilliant actor. He's about the only thing that ups the good factor. Nicholas Sparks must have a tearjerker list, and it goes a little bit just like this. Lovers meet and they hate one another. How do they meet? They run into each other. Inevitably, a character will grow ill. Crying tears, I'm tempted to kill Miley Cyrus, who cannot act worth crap. She can act about as well as I can rap. She wears the same expression through the whole movie. Big frown, little frown, slight frown, happy. The pacing is slow and the cliches abound. You've heard this all before, it's no new sound. If you're 12 and a girl, you'll probably love it. If anything else, you'll probably forfeit your life. Because this movie is like an anvil to the face. It's like being sprayed with mace. It's like a pile of poop smeared in your eyes. Slimy and greasy and covered in flies. I give this movie 2 out of 4. Greg Kinnear really helped the score. So in closing, I'll say I don't see the last song. It's boring and stupid and seemed really long. I'll be back soon with more reviews. If you subscribe, I'll love you.
And I'm not saying Stuckman should be shit on for having this video around. Again, this was a long time ago, so it's like, why am I even gonna give him shit for it now? Like over a decade and a half later, I'm not doing that. But I feel like people are gonna quietly bury the Stuckman one, mainly because their thing is, well, we like certain some movies, and he likes them too. He likes the things we like, so he says nice things about the movies we like, so we'll quietly bury this one for now. Again, I've said this before, this is like the Zoe Kravitz thing, where she said something, she called out Will Smith for the slap at the Oscars, and everyone brought up the fact that she said some inappropriate comment about fucking Jaden Smith, and I'm just like, well, if you didn't care back then, why do you care now? You didn't care back then. You care now because this person said something you didn't like. But you can't, I'm not gonna clutch my pearls because you want me to, when you knew this was a thing already and said absolutely nothing about it. No, I'm not doing that. You go fuck yourself. You clutch your pearls if you want to. I'm just gonna ignore this shit because you clearly don't give a fuck yourself. But yeah, it's just, this whole thing is just stupid. It's just born from stupidity. Like, okay, he likes the movie you guys clearly didn't or weren't gonna like anyway. So now it's time to tell him to go fuck himself because, hey, he should never give this movie a good review. Why? Because he doesn't know. It's Matt Walsh. It's like, okay. I don't like Matt Walsh either, but I mean, I'm not gonna give him shit because he gave him a good review. This is the fucking Suicide Squad thing all over again. It's the same shit. He gave Suicide Squad a good review, and everyone gave him shit for it because of reasons, I guess. Whatever. Stupid is gonna stupid, I guess. Especially nowadays.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn.